So the message here is, if you're excited or enthusiastic about what you're talking about, please show it. Share that with the audience. That is contagious. You may find that you make them laugh, and that's a wonderful thing. And you maybe don't consider yourself a comedian, but sometimes when we get up there and we're telling these things, we find out that they really are funny. And if you're laughing or you're expressing it in a way that there's a sense of joy, your audience is going to grab that.
The other thing about the other thing about preparation that's key is sometimes you cannot sit down, or oftentimes you can't sit down in an hour and prepare in that hour. So as you go through your day and you go to stores, be spotting something that you can use. So someone had a conversation with someone else in the grocery line, you overheard, you can incorporate that. You see a billboard and it says something, you can incorporate that. People have their iPhones now, they take pictures quite often, and you can use these everyday experiences, and these everyday experiences people relate to. So it doesn't have to be this, we think we have to be a brilliant orator. No, not the case at all. In fact, Seinfeld made he has one of the most successful shows of all time on everyday interactions. As you speak and give presentations more and more, you can use some of that same material. Yes. You know, it's not like you have to start from the beginning each time.
Correct.
So I tend to do that. I know you do as well.
You know what I also love to do to engage the audience after I know who they are is I like to talk a little, particularly if this is an organization rather than a college classroom or it's an organization, I like to talk about their organization. For example, I have done some presentations with a group called PEO, Philanthropic Education Organization, a wonderful group that helps fund scholarships for women. Well, I learned in my research about PEO that this was founded by 7 young college women in Iowa more than 100 years ago. And this was so remarkable to me that these women had the foresight, women, first of all, who were in college, which was a rare thing 100 years ago, and second, that they had the foresight to realize that not everybody had the privilege of being able to go on to college, or even in some cases to finish high school. So they started this organization, which has now grown to an international organization. I was so taken with that. I wanted to talk about these women and how contemporary they were in their ideas and forming a nonprofit organization to help others. Well, the audience was so surprised that I knew anything about PEO. And also there were some new people and they didn't know all the things that I was talking about. So if you want a great way to honor your audience and really let them know that you are delighted to be there and really engaged in their mission, look up their organization, learn about their organization, and talk about it with them in a way that it relates to what your message is.